Basset Hound has such dense bones, the dog drops like a stone in the water. Its front legs are so far from its hind legs, they could develop back problems. Dopey, drowsy, and droll, the Basset Hound holds the records for the world's longest ears.
Basset Hounds are actually bred down from bloodhounds, which are known for their big, droopy ears. And they've got the biggest noses in the business.
With its lazy, good old boy looks, the Basset Hound has been an American icon since the 1950s.
Basset Hounds are lovable because they have these long ears and this stocky little body, and they just kinda trot around like boom 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 boom. They're just funny animals, and they know they're funny.
The Basset Hound was bred by French aristocrats for tracking rabbits.
A Basset was born to hunt. It's the short legs that brings the Basset close to the ground so his nose can just get in there and track whatever it is that they're tracking.
The slow pace of the Basset Hounds allows human hunters to be on foot while they track rabbits. Our large, big paws help support a surprisingly large body. Our bones are so dense, the Basset Hound averages only 14 inches high. And those big adorable ears, they help Bassets gather scents. Bassets hold the records for the world's longest ears, you know.
The ears actually drag along the ground and pick up and hold on to that scent that they're tracking to keep the dogs stimulated and keep working.
Hunters also bred a white-tipped tail into the Basset in order to spot the dogs in thick brush. From house dog to hunter, all these traits have one common goal: to support our nose.
Their nose is actually second only to the bloodhound.
The Basset Hound's nose is a precision instrument that contains nearly 20 million scent perceptors, as compared to a mere 5 million in our human friends. Like the bloodhound, the Basset Hound's nose is one long, deep muscle. This nose can take in many subtle odors at once, zero in on just one, and track.
They suddenly see a rabbit and they're like, oh, that's what I gotta do, and they're just on it. And it's really fun to see young dogs do that.
Even though the Basset seems like a docile breed, it needs its space.
I'd like to see these dogs on a larger piece of property.
Generally, this is a hardy breed with a few health issues, including bloating as well as spinal problems.
They're prone to ear infections because of these big, droopy ears.
With a short coat and relatively low shedding, this hound is easy to groom.
Because they're so low to the ground, they get a lot dirtier, which requires a lot of bathing.
Although extremely lovable, this dog is hard to train.
Stubborn, stubborn, stubborn. If they want to do something, you can't keep them from doing it. And if you don't want them to do something, you can't keep them from doing it.
Dopey, loving, and dependable, the Basset Hound is a wonderful family dog if you can deal with the needs of the Basset Hound.
A Basset is an asset.
So, what kind of food does Bruce like? Bruce likes a lot of different foods, but right now he's on a blend from Purina called Smart Blend. It's mostly turkey with little chunks of venison in it. For snacks, he enjoys, he really loves bacon and he loves peanut butter, but he also loves pepperoni sticks.
Does he enjoy walks?
Bruce loves going for walks. When you ask him if he wants to go for a walk, he'll start whining and running around the house until I hook him to his leash and walk out the door.
What is his favorite way to play?
Bruce's favorite way to play with me is playing tug-of-war with one of his favorite toys. He'll go and pick up a toy from his basket of toys, bring it over to me, put it on the ground, and dare me to take it from him. And then when I take it from him, he latches on and plays tug-of-war with me.
Does he enjoy car rides?
Bruce loves going for car rides. Just like going for a walk, if you ask him if he wants to go for a car ride, he'll instantly start whining and looking at the door and getting excited to go for a car ride. And when he goes for a car ride, he sticks his head out the window and lets his big Basset ears flap in the wind.
Do you take him to dog parks?
Occasionally we go to dog parks. He mostly likes to walk on his own and meet other dogs along the way. He's a little bit shy for a Basset Hound.
Does he do well with other dogs?
Bruce does well with other dogs. He takes some getting used to when it's another dog outside of his pack. He gets along, the Basset Hound's a pack dog, so he gets along the best with dogs that he has known for a while.
How about cats?
Bruce does like cats. He's only encountered one, but I'm sure if he found another one, he would get along just fine with it.
Does he enjoy baths? Because that's where we're going next.
Bruce does not like baths. Just like going for a car ride or going for a walk, if he gets any hint that he's gonna have a bath, he immediately runs away and tries to hide from me until I drag him to the bath.
So I understand there's an interesting story on how the two of you met.
I got Bruce when he was 9 weeks old as a puppy. Bruce came from a reputable breeder out of Springfield, Missouri. He was packed up in a crate and rode an airliner up to Portland, where he was picked up. I was searching online, just looking at puppies with my girlfriend at the time, and I happened to see the dog that the exact description that I wanted in a Basset Hound. He's got, full brown, he's got a couple markings, got an arrow on his head, he's got white socks on his feet, and a white tipped tail. And that's exactly how I wanted my dog to look, so I had to order him, and it's totally worth it.
Is there any special grooming requirements?
Their skin tends to wrinkle up, especially if you look up, his neck, called the turkey neck, kind of folds on itself. So you just gotta get these wrinkles, get all especially like the armpits where the skin will wad up on itself, and it tends to get kind of moist and yeasty in there, so I gotta scrub those or else they start to itch. And then these big old ears, they tend to drag on the ground and collect a whole bunch of dirt and gunk. And being so big, they don't get much airflow through there, so you gotta scrub them out with ear wash, or else they'll start to smell really, really bad.
Oh, I can relate. Do not fear the ears. Are there any quirks about him?
They're known for being real lazy and low maintenance. But a lot of people call Basset Hounds stupid, but they're really not. They're actually a smart dog. They know exactly what you're saying, but they're stubborn. So, you can train a Basset Hound with patience. You can train them to do tricks and do everything you want them to, but it's on their terms. You could say, sit, heel, stay, but if that's not what they want to do at the time, then they probably won't do it for you.
Oh, so true. I know I sure am stubborn. It seems like you two have a special relationship. I bet you have some good times.
I'm definitely Bruce Brown's sidekick. I'm his wingman. When it comes to chicks, oh yeah, they'll come up and when I'm walking them, the girls will come up screaming, "Oh, he's so cute, look at those big old ears!" And then, "Oh, hi, you exist too." But he's a lover. He doesn't look too happy right now, but the Basset Hound's also known for looking sad most of the time. Call it the Hush Puppy, Droopy Doors. But they're pretty much a happy-go-lucky dog. They're called the Noble Clown sometimes. I think it's because when you see one that's real happy running up on you, they just look like they're on top of the world with a big smile on their face. The Basset Hounds have a reputation of being really good family dogs. They're really accepting of small kids, really mellow. Real low maintenance. They don't require much exercise to stay healthy. Typically when you see a Basset Hound, they have wrinkles all over their face and all over their arms. They're just known for being kind of a big, fat, low dog. But if you exercise him enough, like Bruce here, you know, he doesn't have wrinkles. He's big for his breed. He's 65 pounds. They can tell you he doesn't have the huge wrinkles all the time. When he turns like that, you know, they show up, like right in here. But
Why is your buddy here such a special guy?
he's a very loyal dog. He's very attached to me. He's just an absolute goofball. Yeah, he holds up to the nickname of being the Noble Clown.